Aquarian Diary entry, June 4th, 2024. If you want to ascend, you can't spend too much time looking down. You need to look up. Down in this context can mean many things. It can mean the past. We can't spend too much time in the past if we want to level up. It can mean being too focused on things that are negative. It can mean focusing on things that are beneath us or beneath what we aspire to be. Or it could mean being in a state of doubt or apprehension or fear. If you want to climb a mountain, you need to spend most of your time looking up, or you will never summit the mountain. Now, this is a pretty simple metaphor, but it has come to my mind repeatedly recently, and when that happens, I eventually figure out that it's something I should share. I believe I could make a pretty compelling argument, in fact, that much of the chaos that we have been seeing taking place in the world in recent years was deliberately engineered in order to distract us and get all of our consciousness focused on what is beneath us. In effect, to hold us back, to prevent us from ascending. Contemplate that. Perhaps it's all a diversion with insidious intentions. Now, I'm not suggesting that we should let people get away with doing things that are clearly wrong or unacceptable. I'm just saying that we need to spend a significant amount of our time being focused on what it is we want to achieve and what we want to be, not just what we don't want to be. Those of us on the spiritual path have powerful minds. Our consciousness is powerful, and what we are focused on has a much greater impact than I think many people realize. I'm fairly confident that's true for me too. So I'm just making the argument that we need to be focused like an archer on our goal, on what we aspire to, at least a significant amount of the time. We do not want to be dragged down or held back by the reality that other people inhabit or create that is not in alignment with our true selves and our higher selves. We need to be focused on where we are going, so we should be focused on things that are at our level or above our level. It's like if you have someone in your social circle and you always feel bad when you hang out with them or when you're around them, what do? You generally avoid them. It's the same thing. It's a very simple concept, but I'm not sure that everyone understands that this also applies to what we concentrate on or focus on as well. Yesterday, I offered a prayer. I recently talked about the importance of being focused on the positive, especially right now. And there is a powerful and auspicious new moon in Gemini occurring in 2 days' time. By my calculations, at 8:37 a.m. or 8:38 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, June 6th. So if you haven't already listened to those, I encourage you to do so. I'll put links, of course, in the episode description. Again, very simple. We need to understand the power of our mind and the power of our consciousness and the power of our focus. When we focus on things, we embody or imbibe that energy. So if we're too focused on things that are negative or beneath us or lower consciousness, we will imbibe that. We don't want to be doing that too much. We want to be also, at the very least, balancing that out by focusing on things that are of higher vibration. And this is why spiritual practice, regular spiritual practice, preferably daily, is so important, because at least for that small amount of time, we are focused on higher states of consciousness. And over time, we will start to become that and transform into that and reflect that. So no matter what has happened in the past, we can blossom into something that is of higher consciousness, but not if we are looking down all the time. This new moon is very powerful in 2 days' time. If you would like to gain some insights from me as to how this might play out with your own astrology, what house it's occurring in, what aspects it's making, how this might manifest for you, you can book a little bit of time with me and I can look at your chart and read that for you. It's interesting, I just heard from somebody yesterday who I'd done a reading for months ago, who said that my reading was very accurate and that what I said would happen has happened, and I think they were a little bit skeptical initially, but it turned out to come to pass. That's the thing with astrology. It can take sometimes months or even years for some of these things to play out. For more detail, check the episode description for other episodes or articles that are related or that I mentioned. And if you're interested in a reading with me, I'll put a link to that as well. I have a 15% off special on currently. Many sincere thanks to everyone who supports me, especially my YouTube members. Thank you very much. Take care, all the best, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.